Hey guys, what is up? John here from fly8mikealpha.com, and you know what I hate? What I really hate is when students don't complete a pre-flight checklist properly and they don't do a final walk around the aircraft to check for any chocks or tow bars before they get in the airplane to start it up, and then they fire up the engine with the tow bar still attached. Obviously, starting up your engine with the tow bar attached, not a good day. And unfortunately, whenever I've seen people either fire up with the tow bar attached from way far away before I could actually say, hey, by the way, your tow bar is on there, I've never been standing next to the airplane with a camera to really capture that in nice slow-mo footage to show you exactly how disastrous it really is. There's two ways it happens, right? Either somebody fires up and that prop blade strikes the tow bar immediately on the first turn, or they fire up and they taxi out, they get all the way to the whole short line, they take off, and somewhere on the takeoff roll or shortly thereafter, the tow bar bounces up into the propeller. Either way, not a good day. And since I've never been close enough to really capture on film, we figured we'd take this opportunity with our Teardown Cherokee here. This is part of our What's Inside of an Airplane series / Let's Destroy an Airplane series. We'll show you exactly what it looks like when you have a tow bar attached to your nose wheel and you fire up your airplane and it bounces up into your propeller. So here's what we have left of our propeller. One blade never actually touched the tow bar. The other blade touched the tow bar twice, first just kind of glancing it, and then the second time it had already bounced up and got a really good bite there, and that is what we are left with. It tore off a large chunk of the propeller. You will definitely be buying a new propeller, and although it doesn't stop the engine because it touched a steel tow bar, well, you can bet that your mechanic's probably going to want to go ahead and do a teardown inspection on your engine, make sure there is no damage to the crankshaft or any of the internals on the gearbox on the engine. That is a pretty hard hit. You can see where it actually bent the blade and then also tore the metal straight back. This is what the impact looks like. We actually located a few other pieces of metal that got tossed off as this thing hit, and yeah, basically it put a nice round imprint in there and then slowly peeled back and twisted that last little bit of metal there. The color or the shine on that metal as it tore is very interesting. It's not shiny at all. It's just that stress kind of fracture, not necessarily a crack so much as a straight up tear as it peeled the aluminum back away from the tip of that propeller. So very interesting to see. Very dangerous now that there's like 3 claws hanging off there. It looks like something from X-Men or Wolverine. But that is the idea here. And I know you can say, well, this would never happen to me, but I've seen it happen to actually really experienced guys. A particular guy with over 20,000 hours that simply forgot in a rush, forgot to do that last minute walk around. And you should always make this part of your habit. Before you get in the aircraft, do one last walk around to make sure the chocks are clear, the tow bar is clear, that everything else is clear around the aircraft, no other fuel trucks, no cars, no other hazards. Always be looking around and take your time. As soon as you start rushing, if you ever feel like you're in a rush or if you feel like you're running late, it might be a good idea just to cancel the flight, because once you're running late, you tend to rush because you don't want to get even more behind schedule and you make mistakes. And all the mistakes I've ever made in airplanes, and I've made plenty of them, usually when I'm rushing or when I'm just not paying attention and too complacent. So hopefully that's a little bit amusing for you to see what kind of damage that does to a propeller if you ever leave your tow bar on there. Most importantly, the biggest takeaway here, give yourself that extra last chance to walk around the airplane full 360. Make sure your area is clear all around the aircraft, that there's no loose rocks that are going to get pulled up in the propeller, the chocks are free, tow bars off. Take your time. And if you have somebody with you, even if they're a passenger, not a pilot, encourage them to participate in the process. Maybe they'll notice something that you don't, and it can save you a lot of embarrassment and a lot of money here. So that's it for this video. This was all part of our What's Inside of an Airplane / Let's Destroy an Airplane video series. Lots of videos here on YouTube, even more videos from this series of what's inside this Cherokee, how it all works, and basically us destroying this Cherokee. on fly8mikeelf.com on the website. Make sure you check it out. The link is in the description below. And as always, guys, if you can't fly every day, fly8mikeelf.com. We'll see you in the next video where, well, watermelon goes through the propeller.